What's up, guys? I'm Matt Reisinger.
And I'm Will King.
And we are on Will's job in Alabama. But on the Build Show today, we're going to introduce a brand new product from our friends at Huber Engineered Woods. And it's on your roof, isn't it, Will?
It is. It's right there.
Today's Build Show, brand new product. Let's get going. All right, Will, we just got back from the International Builder Show, and we actually unveiled this product at IBS, didn't we?
We did.
So how about we bring these guys in on the stage setup where we actually did the big reveal for this.
Awesome.
All right, let's do it. Will, I made a long trip to get out here to Alabama today, but I gotta say it was worth it. It is really pretty here. Where are we?
Man, we're in Florence, Alabama on Pickwick Lake.
Oh man, I like it here. But we're not here to talk about the location. We're here to talk about a brand new Huber product, right?
That's right, that's right. So this is Huber's brand new product. It's Zip System's peel and stick underlayment. It's their ice barrier product.
Very cool. So ice and water barrier, and in the Northeast, or in the North, I should say, I'm typically thinking about this like this first strip you've laid down where it's gonna protect the roof against ice damming. You might also use it in valleys, but you're actually gonna be using it on the whole roof, is that right?
That's right. So it's gonna cover the entire roof assembly, Matt, all the way up, our dormer, all the way to the ridge. So the entire roof is getting covered in it.
And I'm noticing that you've already put your 5/8 zip down and you've taped it.
Right.
Is that part of that process?
Yeah, so actually through Huber, we get a leak-free guarantee if you use the 1/2 inch or the 5/8 roof decking, and if it's been taped and rolled appropriately. And then once you apply the peel and stick, you get a 5-year leak-free guarantee if you register at leakfreeguarantee.com.
How about that? That's really cool. Now there's two flavors of this too, right? I'm noticing you have the HT version. Tell me what those two flavors are.
Right, so you've got a standard version, and then you have more northern climate, and then down here where it's hot, we have the high temp. So that's what we have here. So especially on this house with a metal roof, the high temp, it's gonna hold up better for that temperature. And also, fun fact, the UV rating's longer. So the normal version's 90 days, where the high temp, we get 120 days. So it's pretty cool when you're a little delayed after framing, putting your roof on. So.
Yeah, and we get way more UV exposure down here than we would in a northern
exactly
build.
Right.
So, very cool. Did we miss anything? Did we get it all? That's the basics, right?
I think we covered it. It's a really awesome product. We're excited. This is the first house we've used it on. So.
I like it, man. I'm impressed. Thanks for bringing it out to the job
Absolutely.
site. Hey, Will, it was a good show in Florida. What'd you think?
Man, it was awesome, Matt.
But we're actually filming this before Florida, so it's a little weird. All right, guys, so here's what we got. We got this brand new product from Huber. Will got a chance to put it on long before the show. We're actually filming this even before the New Year's. But let's go into a little bit more depth now that we kind of showed these guys what it is. And you can see this little kind of entry roof right here has the full peel and stick. By the way, a beautiful install here.
Awesome, thank you.
But what we're talking about is the full peel and stick underlayment on the entire roof. Let's talk for a minute about the advantages of doing that versus just doing the zip system sheathing and tape.
Awesome, yeah. So I think one of the first things to talk about on the advantages is just you need the full membrane on the roof. You know, the fortified standard's a big thing.
Yep.
And the protection that you get in the event that you were to lose your roof assembly or your shingles in a high wind, so.
Yeah, and the thing I like about it too, Will, is if you look at this roof that's fully peeled and sticked, it's totally waterproof and there's not a single fastener on that whole roof, right?
It's really cool because there's no fasteners required for installation of this one.
Yeah, it's not like you're putting cap fasteners down like you normally would with a lot of synthetic underlayments.
Right.
Which means, of course, we're still going to penetrate this, right? We've got nails or screws, depending on whether it's getting shingles. You're doing metal here, though, I think.
We are.
So there are really not that many penetrations when we're talking about a metal roof.
But it's self-sealing, so basically it's able to gasket around those fasteners, so you have no worries with any of that going through it. So
and half the amount of total fasteners, maybe, than if you'd had a traditional staple nail-on kind of underlayment.
Right. Absolutely.
I would suspect.
Yep. And even the toe boards, if you want to talk about the
That's right. So what
that.
happens if you penetrate with toe boards? What do you do
so if you have
that?
to install toe boards for your installation, you just take them off on your way back down and then just zip tape. The cool part is zip tape sticks to this very well.
That's really smart.
Makes it easy to seal everything back up.
And remember, no liquid flash though. This is not intended to be liquid flash. So if you're pulling toe boards off, don't use liquid flash in those nail holes. You want to zip tape it. The zip tape sticks tenaciously to this underlayment, so you're good to go.
And stretch tape too. So like on a dormer, if you have a low window, when you bring it up the wall, you can easily bring that window flashing out over it, the stretch tape, and it also sticks excellent to it.
That's
so,
nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Now, one big advantage I would think, Will, for you is when you're ordering your zip system, you're going to order that underlayment at the same time.
Yep.
And when your framer is done with the job, you're totally dried in, right?
That's right. Yeah, and so the framers, when we're doing our material order from the supply house, they know how many panels we're ordering. And so if we request the peel and stick, it comes right there with it. It's all one-stop shop.
That's kind of nice. And he's got your takeoff already, so you don't even need to tell him, hey, I need 7 rolls. He knows I've got this amount of coverage.
That's exactly right.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I like that. Now, you're also meeting some fortified roof requirements of this as well, aren't you?
That's right. So the sealed roof deck, which you accomplish that by this peel and stick underlayment, the fortified standard for that. So yeah, just by doing that on a roof, on this roof assembly, we actually meet the fortified standard. So
I made a long format video, like a 45-minute video about that. I'll have a link in the description to that. So if you want to learn more about fortified, but just briefly, the idea is, look, if your shingles blow off, if you had a metal roof panel or two that blew off, you'd really be exposed. The house would be really exposed if you had, let's say, standard OSB with, let's say, tar paper as your underlayment.
Right.
That would rip off, and now all of a sudden your house is going to get absolutely flooded. Whereas if you have a sealed roof deck like this, man, you're set. I mean, you might still get a little bit of water in there, but nowhere near what you'd get if that tar paper is gone and we're talking about exposed plywood sheathing or exposed OSB sheathing.
And I think to point out there, to get the leak-free guarantee, it has to be installed over the 1/2-inch or 5/8 zip system.
Yep.
But it also can adhere very well to just standard OSB.
Yeah, you could in fact use this.
So it's something to point out that it can stick to just a regular OSB panel. So.
But what I like about you is you don't stay with the standard, you go to the bomber method, and that's what you've done in this whole house, man. Your details here, you've done a really, really nice job.
Awesome.
I'm
well,
impressed.
Thank
Do
you.
we miss anything on the
I think
on the product?
The lapping, right? So we can point that out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When you're bringing 2 rolls together and you have where they meet, that's their vertical seam. So that's going to be a 6-inch overlap. That's something you got to pay attention to on the detail. And then your horizontal seam, so the next layer up the roof, it's only a 3.5-inch lap. And so they actually have the lines on the peel and stick for you.
You've got
make
kind
it
of a
easy.
gray mark pre-printed on there, so it's really pretty dummy proof on
That's
that, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes it great. So.
Yeah. Man,
Absolutely.
good
Matt?
stuff, Will. I'm impressed,
sir.
man. You're building a really nice house here.
Well, thank you.
Guys, if you're not following Will, go look him up. He's on Instagram. He's posting all kinds of great pictures from his job site. And of course, if you're building a custom home in this part of Alabama within his range, you should absolutely be calling Will. He and his team do an amazing job. Really, really nice house. Very, very impressive details, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, big thanks to our friends at Huber for sponsoring today's video too. We've got another full video that we made on zip system and why you'd want to use zip system compared to house wrap. Check that out. And Will and I also made a video about his superior wall foundation over here. So,
That's right.
man, we got a bunch of content from this
Good stuff,
trip over
man.
to Alabama
Good
from
stuff.
Texas. Guys, if you're not currently a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. We're hunting down 1 million subs, so I need you to mash that subscribe button, as my kids would say. In the meantime, follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you. Did you like that?
I
Mash?
did.
I've never said that in
did.
my entire life. But my 10-year-old told me I'm supposed to say that. So that's for you, Matthew. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time
On the Build Show.